Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something really important, something that changed my life. And I know it can change your life too. We all have dreams, right? We want to learn English. We want to be healthier. We want to be better people. But why is it so hard? Why do we start with big energy and stop after 3 days? Let me tell you a story. Last year, I decided to wake up at 5 in the morning. I wanted to exercise, read books, and study English every day. On day 1, I felt amazing. I was so proud of myself. On day 2, I felt tired, but I continued. On day 3, I turned off my alarm and went back to sleep. And that was the end. Does this sound familiar? I think many of you have the same story. And you know what? It is okay. It is completely normal. Because the problem is not you. The problem is your method. Today, I want to share with you the real secret of change. Not the fake motivation you see on social media. Not the impossible goals that make you feel bad. But the real simple way to grow and become better every single day. So let us start. Why motivation is not enough. Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a motivational video at midnight? You feel so excited. You think, yes, tomorrow I will change everything. But when morning comes, you do not want to leave your bed. What happened to that strong feeling? Motivation is like sugar. It gives you quick energy, but it does not last long. After 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 1 day, it disappears. And then you feel worse than before because you did not do what you promised. I learned this the hard way. I bought expensive English courses. I started learning with big plans. And then, after 1 week, I stopped. I felt terrible. I thought I was lazy. I thought something was wrong with me. But then I understood something important. The problem was not my motivation. The problem was that I did not have a system. I needed something that works, even when I do not feel excited, even when I am tired, even when I do not want to do it. Think about brushing your teeth. Do you need motivation to brush your teeth every day? No, you just do it. It is automatic. It is part of your routine. This is what we need for learning English, for exercise, for everything we want to improve. So forget about motivation. We need to build habits, small, simple habits that become part of our daily life. Small steps are better than big dreams. Here is another problem. We want everything now. We want to speak perfect English in 1 month. We want to have a perfect body in 2 weeks. We see people on Instagram and think, I need to be like them. But this is not real life. Real change takes time. And that is beautiful, not sad. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to learn English. Instead of studying 3 hours today and then nothing for 1 week, what if you study just 10 minutes every single day? Just 10 minutes. It sounds too easy, right? But let me show you the magic. 10 minutes every day means 70 minutes every week. That is more than 300 minutes every month. And in 1 year, you will have more than 60 hours of practice, all from just 10 minutes a day. The secret is this. Small steps are easy to start and easy to continue. When something is easy, you will actually do it. And when you do it every day, it becomes part of who you are. I remember when I started practicing English. I was so nervous. I could not speak to people. So I started very small. Every morning, I talked to myself in the mirror. Just for 5 minutes, I described my day. I talked about my breakfast. Simple things. At first, I felt silly. I made many mistakes. But after 2 weeks, it became normal. After 1 month, I felt more confident. After 3 months, I could speak to people in real conversations. All because I took small steps every day. So please, be patient with yourself. Do not compare your day 1 with someone else's day 1,000. Your journey is your own. And every small step counts. Understand your feelings. Now let me tell you something that many people do not talk about. When we do not do something, we usually say, "I am lazy." But this is not true most of the time. Let me ask you, when you do not study English, is it because you are lazy? Or is it because you feel afraid? Afraid to make mistakes. Afraid to sound stupid. Afraid that people will laugh at you. Or maybe you feel tired. Really, really tired. Not physically, but mentally. Your brain needs rest. And when your brain is tired, even simple things feel impossible. Or maybe you feel bored. The lesson is not interesting. The method is not fun. So your mind looks for something else. Something easy and quick, like watching videos or scrolling on your phone. See? It is not about being lazy. It is about your emotions. And when you understand your emotions, everything changes. Here is what I do now. When I do not want to study or practice, I stop and ask myself, how do I feel right now? Am I scared? Am I tired? Am I bored? If I am scared, I make the task easier. Instead of speaking to a group, I speak to just one person. Or I write instead of speaking. If I am tired, I rest. I take a break. I do something relaxing. And I come back tomorrow. If I am bored, I change my method. I watch a fun English movie instead of reading a grammar book. I listen to music. I play a game in English. When you work with your feelings, not against them, everything becomes easier. You stop fighting yourself. And that is when real growth happens. The problem with social media. Can we talk about something real? Social media is making us crazy. Every day, we see people showing their perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect houses, perfect English. And we think, I need to be like that. So we create big goals. Not because we really want them, but because we think we should want them. Because everyone else wants them. But here is the truth. Most of what you see online is not real. People show you their best moments, not their struggles. They show you the result, not the hard work. I used to feel so bad about myself. I saw people speaking perfect English and thought I would never be like them. I saw people waking up at 5 in the morning and thought I was lazy because I liked sleeping. But then I realized something. I was not building my life. I was trying to build someone else's life. And that never works. You need to ask yourself an important question. What do I really want? Not what looks good on social media, but what feels right for me. Maybe you do not want to wake up at 5 in the morning. Maybe you work better at night. That is okay. Maybe you do not want to speak English in front of 100 people. Maybe you prefer small conversations. That is okay too. Build your own life, not a highlight reel. Real growth happens in quiet moments when nobody is watching. When you practice alone. When you make mistakes and try again. When you keep going, even though nobody knows. That is real. That is powerful. And that is enough. How to actually change your habits. Okay, so now you understand. Motivation is not enough, small steps are better, and emotions matter. But how do you actually change your habits? Here is the secret. You cannot just stop a bad habit. You need to replace it with something better. Let me explain. Imagine you spend too much time on your phone. You watch videos for hours and waste your time. You decide to stop. You tell yourself, no more phone. But what happens? After 10 minutes, you feel bored. You do not know what to do. So you pick up your phone again. Why? Because your brain needs something to do. You cannot leave empty space. You need to fill it with something good. So instead of saying, I will stop using my phone, say this. Every time I want to pick up my phone, I will practice English for 5 minutes first. Or I will listen to an English podcast while I do housework. See the difference? You are not just removing something, you are adding something better. This changed everything for me. Now, when I feel bored, I do not fight it. I have a list of small activities ready. Quick English games. Short videos in English. A simple conversation with myself. Also, change your environment. Make good choices easy and bad choices hard. Put your English book where you can see it. Change your phone language to English. Subscribe to English channels. When good options are right in front of you, you will choose them more often. Small changes in your environment create big changes in your life. You do not need to do this alone. Here is something important that people forget. You do not need to do everything alone. In fact, having support makes everything easier. But be careful. You need the right kind of support. Not someone who pressures you or makes you feel guilty. You need someone who believes in you. Someone who celebrates your small wins. Someone who reminds you why you started when you feel like quitting. I call this person your champion, your personal champion. This can be a friend, a family member, or even an online community. Someone who says, I am proud of you, instead of, why did you not do more? If you do not have someone like this yet, that is okay. Be your own champion. Talk to yourself with kindness. When you make a mistake, do not say, I am so stupid. Say, that is okay. I am learning. Tomorrow, I will try again. This small change in how you talk to yourself is so powerful. Your words create your reality. When you speak kindly to yourself, you build confidence. When you build confidence, you try more things. When you try more things, you grow. Remember to have fun. Here is my last message for you today, and it is the most important one. Do not forget to have fun. Yes, learning is important. Growing is important. But if it is not fun, you will not continue. Simple as that. I see many people treating English learning like punishment. They force themselves to study boring textbooks. They stress about every mistake. They forget that learning can be enjoyable. But think about children. How do they learn? Through play. They try things. They make mistakes. They laugh. They try again. And they learn so fast because it is fun. You can do the same. Watch cartoons in English. Sing songs even if you sound terrible. Play games. Talk to yourself in funny voices. Make mistakes on purpose and laugh about them. When learning feels like play, you want to do it again tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that. This is how transformation becomes a lifestyle, not a punishment. Your next step. So, my friend, what is your next step? Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now, choose one small thing. Just one. Maybe you will learn 5 new English words today. Maybe you will speak to yourself in English for 3 minutes. Maybe you will watch one video in English without subtitles. Just one small thing. Do it today, and then do it again tomorrow, and again the next day. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until you have more time. Perfect moments do not exist. You create them by starting. You are stronger than you think. You can do more than you believe. But you need to take the first step. And I promise you, that first step will lead to a second step. And a third. And before you know it, you will look back and see how far you have come. So take that step today. Start small. Be kind to yourself. Have fun. And remember, real change happens slowly, quietly, and beautifully. I believe in you. Now you need to believe in yourself. Thank you so much for listening. If this message helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it too. Let us grow together. See you in the next video. Keep going. You are doing amazing.